YouTube, once again, it's Kennard, Vernon, and Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. Now, the commissioner for the SEC has said, look, the spring practices have not necessarily been canceled. Of course, the spring games have, but that is very encouraging news. But when I think about this, I got to think about the early enrollees who strategically got themselves in a position to where they could get the competitive edge over the rest of their counterparts who will be enrolling in the fall. How will that all play out? Now, when I did a video a while back, I thought the most impactful early enrollees to get a head start, especially guys who were trying to get, out in front of things, were Kobe Hudson, Tank Bigsby, for example, guys that could possibly push for not necessarily a starting position, but could push for a very significant role in fall practice. Now, the one out of the two that I was really excited about seeing how they would push the envelope is Tank Bigsby. Because Auburn has a situation to where, Boobie Whitlow is out of the picture now. He has hit the transfer portal. And now the main running back that is returning that has some level of SEC durability is DJ Williams. And I'm thinking that DJ Williams, if we were to play the cards right now, if we were to slam the cards on the table right now, DJ Williams will probably be the favorite to get the most touches in 2020. But since the early enrollees factor is not necessarily a factor right now, who knows how Tank Bigsby will push the envelope for that starting position. Now, if it were me, you talk about a guy in DJ Williams who has had really huge game experience, especially in the LSU game. He was inches away from scoring. Because here's the thing with Auburn last year: if you don't score on those long runs, chances are you're not going to score in the red zone. You look back at the Oregon game when Big Cat Bryant took it all the way back. I'm talking about was inches away from scoring a touchdown. Auburn winds up having to go for a field goal. DJ Williams breaking one of the best runs of the year for Auburn, just inches away from the end zone, having to go for a field goal against LSU. When we look back at it, that turns out to be the difference. Auburn scores there. Assuming the game plays out the way it did, Auburn wins by, say, 4 points. So DJ Williams seems to be the guy that would be the favorite. But because spring practice has been, or at least the 8A game, as we know, has been postponed, we don't know how Tank Bigsby could have pushed the envelope. Another thing, out of all the springs that Shaun Shivers, running back out of Florida, who also participates in track, presumably that has been canceled as well, would have participated in spring practice. If spring practice goes on, he still will. That's a huge thing. Because when you talk about Chad Morris schematically being able to add a Shaun Shivers into the mix, that adds to your play calling options. Because Shaun Shivers is, for his size, a very power runner. He's very fast. You can utilize him up the middle. You can utilize him on the jet sweep. He's such a versatile football player. That's another thing with this spring practice that you want to take advantage of. Okay? So, where are we at with this thing? Of course, we don't know. This is a nationwide, this is a worldwide pandemic. However, we still can't discount the fact that more than likely in the future, there will be some SEC football being played. There will definitely probably be some Auburn football being played. There's trades in the NFL that gives indication that football will go on in the next couple of months. but that thing has been kind of abbreviated because of this pandemic. But at the same time, we're not going to focus so much on the pandemic. We're going to focus on where Auburn stands as a football team, presumably a 15 to number 12 ranked football team coming into this particular season, and how this will impact them as a program. Because number one, Chad Morris, you're bringing on a brand new offensive coordinator. You're bringing on a host of support staff, which Gus Malzahn confirmed today, adding another one, which just lets you know that Auburn is not stopping the process because of the things that's going on in society at the moment. So my biggest concern, though, is I love Auburn football, and I love the running back position, and I love what the running back position has meant to the Auburn football culture for the past 10, 15 years. And I like DJ Williams. I like the idea of DJ Williams and Tank Bigsby as a tandem in 2020. Nope, it will not be at all. Don't get your hopes up, guys. It will not be at all what the Ronnie Brown and Carnell Williams tandem was back in the early 2000s. But it could potentially supplement a quarterback like Bo Nix, who just needs some help. I think the kid is good enough to really push the envelope for some nice awards. Heisman, I don't know about all that, but I think the quarterback has the potential to really have some impact on the SEC this year. So just imagine, with a good running back tandem, I mean, even if he breaks a little bit more than even, I think he's got to break more than even at the offensive line position, but you have a lot more skill possibilities at wide receiver. Look at the recruiting class. We're not going to go all into it tonight. But at the same time, the possibilities of this running back core could be potentially lethal for Auburn, especially. I'm going to add this to it like I always do. I add the fact that Auburn has a favorable schedule. You don't have to start the season off with Clemson or Oregon or Washington, who was a Pac-12 hopeful in 2018. Auburn beats the 2018 Pac-12 champions and winds up going 8-5. That just lets you know the competition level in the SEC. Come on, guys, let's get it up, guys. Let's get out of our depression about this pandemic, and let's focus on what we can control. What we can control is that we love college football. Down in the deep South, college football is king. And on the plains of Auburn, the battle cry is War Eagle. Once again, it's Kennard, Vernon, and Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football. Like the video, click the bell twice. That means you get all the information. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.